Hi guys, it's Megan from imamom2.wordpress.com. Sorry again for the wet hair, but I want to get this filmed before the kids get back from school, and I'm kind of a little slow getting ready today. How's that? Last night was an interesting night with my son. Basically from the moment that he got home, there was something off. I could see that there was something going on. He wasn't his usual chipper self, you know. He usually gets back on the bus and he runs off the bus and he runs inside and he does his after school routine, no hesitation whatsoever. And, you know, we just kind of do our thing, and on Tuesday nights, we go to my boyfriend's place and the kids get to play with all the neighborhood kids there. And this is like our normal Tuesday. This is what we always do. And just something was off last night. You know, it even took him a few, like 10 minutes to do his after school routine, which is not complicated at all. You know, it's stuff like take your shoes and your jacket off and hang up your backpack and take your lunch bag to the kitchen, go to the washroom, wash your hands, you know, like not complicated. And so it took him probably about 10 minutes to do that, and I had to watch him throughout the whole thing, and keep him kind of on task, which sometimes happens, but he just does it, right? And then it was about 20 minutes, I think, that it took for me to get him into the car to go to my boyfriend's place. He would panic when I would pack up his iPad to go. One minute he wanted his Elmo to come with him, the next minute he didn't, all of this kind of stuff. And it was just this, like, I don't know what's going on. And then getting to my boyfriend's place, you know, my daughter gets out of the car, runs inside, no big deals. All the other neighborhood kids start showing up. It's just, this is normal. This is what we do on Tuesdays. And then, it took about an hour, just over an hour, for him to get out of the car. Now, he wasn't doing a tantrum. He just didn't want to get out of the car. You know, he was very happy in the car. Every time I'd open the door, you know, do you want to come inside? No, please. And then he'd close the car door. And because it was raining out, I couldn't leave the car doors, any of the car doors open or the windows open or anything like that. So I left the back of my car up because it's, you know, a sexy hatchback. And so I left that up. So at least there was some air going through the car, and he was safe and he was fine. My boyfriend brought me out a chai and snacks and all this kind of stuff. We even took my son's Elmo out of the car and placed it kind of on the porch where he could see it as kind of motivation to go inside. Funny. So my son and I are currently in a standoff. There he is. He does not want to come out of the car. You gonna come out of the car?
No, please. No, please.
Just gonna sit in here? Not gonna go in and have fun with the kids?
No, please.
Okay. So he's in there. I've opened the back of the car so he's got some fresh air going. Let's see, we've been, I don't know, 15 minutes so far. But I have chai and snacks, and he doesn't. So we'll see how long this lasts. Up on the front porch with my laptop and my snack and my chai, and I was very fine to like wait out this standoff. So it took just over an hour, and finally he got in the house. No big deal, you know, he was kind of normal self when he got in the house. And frankly, I was going to win that standoff because I had everything that I needed to keep busy. My boyfriend was inside watching the Jays game, so, you know, everybody was happy. And even my son was very happy in the car. And eventually, I guess he was just, you know what, okay, fine, I'll go inside because there's food in there. So, sorry, I'm being very Canadian today. Tim Hortons, woohoo! Tim Hortons tea. So we get inside, get a little bit of a snack, but he wouldn't go to where he usually sets up with his iPad and kind of where he goes when we go there, right? So, okay, he just kept saying, bed please, which at my boyfriend's place means that he wants to lie down on the couch. And he kept saying, you know, mommy bed, mommy bed. And so that usually means that he wants to cuddle up with me on the couch. Fine, no big deal. And then about 10, 15 minutes later, something like that, the meltdown happens. The meltdown that, to those of us in the autism community, we all know it very well. To those outside of the autism community, it looks really bad. For my son, because not only is he big, he's very tall. I mean, I'm 5'10", and he comes up to just my chin. And he's, you know, over 100 pounds, and when he's determined, he could do some damage. But even when he was half his age, he could still do some major damage. The number of injuries that I have and broken bones because of meltdowns is kind of scary, actually. But now he's bigger. His hormones are starting to kick in, and just his strength, you know, his pure strength. Then there's autism strength on top of that. And so my job during a meltdown is basically to contain, to make sure that he can't hurt anybody, can't hurt himself. And I basically, you know, to me, a success through a meltdown is nobody's bleeding. So yesterday we were successful. Nobody bled. But basically it was me trying to contain him on the floor. So, you know, think of a wrestling match where the one person, me, is on top and my son is on the bottom trying to get out, trying to smash his head against the floor, against the wall, against... He tends to really like really sharp objects, so like corners are really like very attractive to him during meltdowns. So I'm trying to contain him. My boyfriend basically was trying to move furniture away so that there wouldn't be any threat from that standpoint. And basically, you know, after an hour or so, I'm beyond exhausted, but finally my son's strength was starting to reduce as well. And eventually he was able to get up and we were able to kind of cuddle up on the couch and stuff. Some of the cuddling was still him wanting to continue the meltdown, but he was so physically drained that he couldn't. So today I hurt. I have never run a marathon, but I would imagine the types of muscles that I'm feeling today would be very similar. Although in my upper body strength, right? I was very thankful during this that I actually had my walking cast on, but it also made it more difficult for me to get traction as well. But at least then nothing got re-injured in my ankle, so that's really good. But like all the muscles in my shoulders, the back of my arms, all down my back, are really sore. And, yeah. And then overnight, he decided that 3 o'clock in the morning was the perfect time to wake up for the day. By the time I got the kids to bed last night and I actually had time to kind of come down off of it, it was just after midnight. So I got just under 3 hours of sleep, but at least I was able to convince him to kind of crawl into bed with me And so he kind of off and on would nap for a little bit between 3 and 4, or between 3 and 6. And then I think around 6 he actually went to sleep. So it was interesting trying to get him up this morning. But he did go off to school. I left a note in his day timer for the teacher to call me as soon as she possibly could. I also told his bus driver to let me know, or to let the teacher know as well, that there was a meltdown and that she needed to call me. So, like, I don't even know, like, she must have read it, or the bus driver told her immediately, because I swear within 10 minutes of him arriving at school, she was on the phone to me. And being in an autism specific class, at least I'm able to openly speak and be very transparent about what happened. I don't have to sugarcoat it in any way, because let's face it, I am sugarcoating it a little bit for you guys. I'm sorry, but a lot of people outside the autism community are not ready to actually hear what happens. And frankly, I also don't want it out there on YouTube. The exact things that go on during a meltdown. The really good thing, though, I will say, is that about halfway through the meltdown, I actually had the wherewithal to tell my boyfriend, start filming this. So we have video of it now, instead of just verbal descriptions of what I think is happening, because of course it's only my experience with it, right? Like, I'm spending so much time trying to contain my son that I'm not actually seeing everything that he's doing, right? I physically can't do that from my point of view, and my participation in the meltdown. So anyway, we've been on a bit of a wait list to be able to see a new developmental pediatrician in town, because his diagnosing developmental pediatrician went to work for a different organization outside of town, and he was one of the top 2 in the country. So it was sad that he left, and that he's, you know, not my son's pediatrician anymore. And because of wait lists and all that kind of stuff, it's been a very long time that we've been waiting, and I mean years. But the urgency is getting bigger now, as he's getting bigger, and as these meltdowns are getting bigger as well. So after I did the school drop off this morning for my daughter, honestly, I came back home and was just trying to fall back asleep, and then my son's teacher called, so I spoke with her, and then I went to sleep for almost 3 hours. And woke up, and I had late lunch, and have just gotten out of the, well, not just gotten out of the shower, I don't know, got out of the shower about an hour and a half ago, something like that, but this is how long it takes for my hair to dry, because I realized, oh yeah, I have class to go to tonight. So instead of being able to drop the kids at their dad's, because they now go there on Wednesday overnights, and then come home and go to sleep, I can't do that. I still have class to go to tonight. So I'm glad that I took the morning to basically be able to sleep. I just have to pack the kids up for overnight or I just have to pack them up basically before they get back, so that then when they get back, if my son has any other behaviors that I need to attend to, at least everything's packed and ready to go. So I'm not really sure what the point of this vlog is, other than basically just sharing with you guys kind of the bad night that we had last night. And I did take actually some really cute video of him refusing to get out of the car. So I will share that as well at the end of this. But I hope you understand that I'm not going to share his meltdown, the footage from that, because, yeah, just because. I think you understand that. So, but you get to hear him to talk a little bit, because instead of saying no thank you, he actually says no please for things. So he says yes please or no please. Not yes please or no thank you. It's really cute, but anyway. So I'll show you that footage and basically take a few more minutes in the quiet before the kids get back home. Yeah, I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. And what are you doing, young man? Are you getting out of the car? Hey? Are you getting out of the car now? Oh no! Really? You're just closing the back of the car. Really? You're just closing the back of the car. Why did you close the back of the car? Hey, are you coming inside yet?
No, please.
No?
No, please.
Why did you close the boot?
No, please.
You gonna come inside? I'll take that as being a no. What you doing?
Daddy's car, please.
Pardon?
Daddy's car.
Daddy's car? Daddy doesn't have a car, honey.
Daddy's car.
But I'm gonna close this door because it's gonna rain in there, okay? Are you gonna come out of your door? Are you gonna come inside with us?
No, please.
No, why not?
No, please. No, please. Oh, no, please.
You just gonna sit in the car?
Okay.
Why don't you come inside with us? That's it. Come on inside. Good job. Close the door. Oh, how did I know that? That was a nice try. He went up, he grabbed his Elmo to try to take Elmo back in the car. Let me see if I can get him in there. There we go. But he won't go in, so I told him that Elmo, he only gets Elmo when he comes inside the house. Right, sweetheart? You coming in yet? Okay. Coming out of the car yet? Why are we staying in the car? Are we coming out of the car?
No, please.
Why not?
No, please.
But then you get to be back with Elmo again.
No, please.
Don't you want to go see Elmo?
No, please.
Well, that's sad. Elmo misses you.
No, please.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, he's out of the car. Look at the pointing.
go.
Let's go inside, sweetheart.
Mommy, go.
Let's go inside. Do you want to hold my hand to go inside?
Daddy.
Let's go inside.
Daddy's phone.
Honey, Daddy will phone tonight.